good? Everyone ready? Because we got to get started, guys. Everyone. 1, 2, 3.
From its start in a small abandoned gas station in Burlington, Vermont, to delighting ice cream lovers all over the world, Ben & Jerry's has been on one long and strange trip indeed. Who'd have thought that these two real guys would turn their funny little scoop shop into a worldwide ice cream phenomenon? This is their story, Ben & Jerry's Inside the Ice Cream. The story of Ben & Jerry's begins in 1963 in the suburban town of Limerick, Long Island. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, self-described as the two fattest, slowest kids in their 7th grade gym class, became best friends while lagging behind the other kids on the track.
Ben would just look at the coach and say, "Coach, if I couldn't run it under 7 minutes the first time, how do you expect me to be able to do it the second time?"
Their friendship continued through their college years, but there would be a rocky road ahead. While one was being rejected by every medical school, the other was dropping out of one university after another. The two soon realized they weren't getting anywhere, so they decided that together they could find something better. They had a lot of crazy ideas, but finally decided on ice cream only because an ice cream maker was cheaper than a Raven machine. Splitting the cost of a $5 Penn State correspondence course in ice cream making, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield passed the open book test with perfect scores. In May 1978, they opened their doors and scooped out their first cones.
Quite a thing for Lexington, keeping up with the ice cream, for sure. There's just always tons of people, and I remember lines going out the door, out the courtyard, a taste of the ice cream. It was worth waiting for.
It wasn't just about making money. The founders believed from the start that business should give back to the community.
They thought the best way they could say thank you to the community was by giving the ice cream away. And that was the first free cone day in the history of Ben & Jerry's. And today, all of our scoop shops across the country and even internationally celebrate free cone day on the same day. And these days, we give away probably more than 1 million free scoops of ice cream.
The years that followed were full of fun and challenges. Not only were they selling more and more ice cream at the scoop shop, local restaurants and mom-and-pop stores wanted it too. But there was another side to their success. Growth was getting out of their control. The boys knew they needed help.
Well, I was hired in 1982 as the general manager, basically to bring some order to the business. Ben & Jerry were not known to be the most astute business people, from traditional business people standpoint.
I remember one afternoon he was elated. He was dug through Ben's files and he came across a check that hadn't been cashed. And then the next day he was kind of depressed because he found 3 or 4 unpaid bills that were much bigger than their cash check. He found it on his hands right off the bat.
With sales doubling every year, Ben & Jerry's needed to expand. But who would lend these two real guys the money they needed to carry out their dream?
We needed a new facility to produce more ice cream. So Ben & Jerry found this little-known Vermont law that said you could offer to stock just to Vermonters, and they did. They raised enough money from the initial stock offering to build our plant in Waterbury, Vermont.
Ben & Jerry's was making thousands of pints a day. A dastardly mash of funky flavors like New York Super Fudge Chunk, Cherry Garcia, and Heat Bar Crunch. Fun and creative flavors like these have made Ben & Jerry's famous for changing the way people think about ice cream.
The flavors and the flavor names come from a multitude of places. Kind of weed through all those to come up with good names and good flavors, and then we take those, put it together, and try to mix it up in something that'll work for Ben & Jerry brand.
In 1986, the boys decided it was time to let their fun and funky flavors loose on the rest of the country. They took a used motorhome, painted it up, packed it with freezers and ice cream, and drove it across the country, scooping out free samples along the way. Just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, the camel wheel burned to the ground. Luckily, no one was injured. Ben Cohen was noted as saying it looked like the world's largest baked Alaska. Out of the blue, Ben & Jerry's received a surprise phone call from the White House.
We had been chosen the Small Business Persons of America for 1988. Jerry had his only suit. He only owned one at the time, and Ben didn't own any suit, so he had to borrow an Italian waiter's jacket from one of the waiters at the White House so that he would have something to look nice in when he was shaking the president's hand.
From the beginning, the founders believed in giving back to the community. In 1985, the Ben & Jerry's Foundation was established.
They make grants to progressive grassroots organizations that are working for social and environmental justice.
In 1988, the company made an important step forward by developing a unique three-part mission statement.
At Ben & Jerry's, we've got a three-part mission statement, which helps us measure our social performance and our environmental performance pretty much the same way that we measure our financial performance.
An example of Ben & Jerry's social mission in action is through the Partner Shop program.
Ben & Jerry's Partner Shop is a scoop shop that's owned and operated by a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit uses the Partner Shop as a place to carry out hands-on job training for the youth and young adults that they work with. Well, I think the Partner Shop program is really one of the best examples of our three-part mission statement in action.
In 1994, Ben & Jerry's went global and started selling pies in the United Kingdom. Ben & Jerry's is now available from Iceland to Singapore and many places in between. In the spring of 2000, Ben & Jerry's was purchased by Unilever. The purchase gave Ben & Jerry's the opportunity to create a stronger business with a larger global reach.
Ben & Jerry's continues to operate with its own mission, vision, and values, and the company is performing better than ever, both here at home and internationally.
Today, the founders are off doing their own thing. They are no longer involved with day-to-day business, but have generously given their time to Partner Shop openings, Ben & Jerry's scoop shops, and social mission campaigns. So what started as two guys cranking out ice cream in Burlington, Vermont, has grown into something bigger. But Ben & Jerry's is still just as dedicated to bringing you the best, most fun ice cream you've ever tasted, while working to make the world a better place.
Ben & Jerry's isn't just two real guys anymore. It's a company of over 600 employees that are committed to making the best ice cream in the world and having a good time while they're doing it.